I'm Zoe Cunningham. I'm here with Peter Hartly, who is a London backgammon player. Hi, Peter.
Hi there.
And I'd describe you maybe as a club player.
Yes, that's probably right. I'm a big member of the RAC, which is a club in Pall Mall, central London, and we probably got one of the most active and biggest backgammon activity groups in the country. So I'm very proud and very pleased to be able to play there. It's a great place.
And so how does that work then? Do you play with other club members?
Yes, we have a regular Tuesday tournament. 7 o'clock onwards, we normally go on till 10, 11 o'clock, and obviously there are refreshments. It's very much a social thing as well. We're very keen backgammon players, but we like the social side and we like to make friends. That's what the RAC is for. So every Tuesday there's a tournament, and it's a simple, we all put £10 in a pot and all the money goes out in prize money. So it's quite competitive as well, but we're there to enjoy ourselves and enjoy each other's company as well.
Is it quite exclusive? I mean, if someone watching wanted to get involved, could they, or is it a kind of closed?
It's closed in the sense that it's a members club, so you'd have to join, and joining is not easy. There's a year's membership, a year's waiting to get on the application list, so there's that formality. You can go as a guest, and often I will bring a friend who's interested in backgammon or somebody who just wants to watch and wants a nice evening out. So you can get in, it's not totally exclusive.
And would you say you have a kind of backgammon lifestyle?
Not in the sense of maybe that infers a sort of rock and roll lifestyle. I've been a keen backgammon player since my youth, never to the sort of standard I wanted to play at. And then I stopped playing in my 30s when I got really busy on my business. And basically 6, 7, 8 years ago I sold out, and I've been able to take things a lot easier. So I do play a lot more regularly, and any opportunity to play I will take.
Sounds amazing. So what does a typical day look like for you?
A typical day will be squash at 7 o'clock every morning, or every week morning. Breakfast with my friends from the club, and then normally I go back and do a limited amount of work in the business room at the club. So the club is like, it's literally a second home, which is how we're meant to use it. And then a quick light lunch, and the afternoon is sometimes golf, sometimes seeing friends, sometimes even playing backgammon.
And so lots of people talk about the 70s as the heyday of backgammon. Do you think there's a resurgence in backgammon happening now?
Oh yes, I mean the 70s was quite exciting because in a sense it was much more limited. So if you got into the crowd, we used to play at Crockford's when it was in just off Waterloo Place, and there were a lot of personalities there, and it was quite interesting, a lot of very good players. Now, since the popularity of backgammon in the 90s and in this century, the game is a lot more diverse. I think there's a lot more clubs, so the opportunities of playing are a lot more. So it's a lot more fun now because it's all standards, which is good.
And are you finding there are more young players coming in to your club and to your backgammon circle?
Yes. I'm not a top player. I think I'm a good player, but I'm certainly not a top player. But I do all the lessons at the RAC. So every Tuesday between 6 and 7, that's just before our weekly tournament, I give lessons, and we've got 17,000 members of the club. So I do get quite a sprinkling of new people, which is great, and they tend to be younger people. Certainly, I'm in the 20 to 40 age bracket, so that's brilliant.
Do you think people at that age, they find it harder to fit in there if they're busy with work or with their businesses?
Yes, you do. I mean, the one thing about backgammon, which which everybody knows, is you always learn. I think even the top players are still learning. So you need, the answer to that is you need to play regularly. There's no good, it's, you can't just pick it up every month and expect to get to a top level. So you need to play and you need to practice, and that means you need to give up some time. So it is very difficult for people who have busy lives.
And how about, I hear about all these late night, all night backgammon sessions. Do you have a bit of that at your club?
Well, we're not quite rock and roll. We sometimes go on to midnight. We tend to, when the tournament finishes, half a dozen of us might stay on and have a chouette. But we all have commitments the next day. I need to get up to play squash at 7 in the morning. Other people have families they've got to get home to, so not quite all night, but late enough.
That sounds absolutely fantastic, Peter. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.